dialogue from a single prompt.
I am an idiot sandwich.
I'm not sure I can go on.
I am also not sure I can go on, but at least it's all marked right in the metadata, Google's synth ID. That might make it easier to identify non-consensual intimate images, including deepfakes, which were just made illegal with the passing of the Take It Down Act, a seemingly well-intentioned law that the privacy groups are concerned could be used for censorship. There's lots to talk about there, but there's no time. Google VO3 is available in the Gemini app or in the new Google Flow AI video editing tool for subscribers to Google AI Ultra, a brand new all-you-can-slop $250 plan that also has YouTube Premium in there, just for fun. Google did their usual thing where they mixed together a whack ton of announcements for things you can try now, along with things that exist in a liminal, non-real dimension known as the coming months. So here's the stuff that's available now-ish. For AI subscribers, Gemini is finally getting baked into Chrome, and Gemini is going to start adapting its responses using your personal content, just like Apple said Siri would before they scrubbed most of their online references to it. Google said this will allow you to generate more personalized replies in Gmail, so you can be a better friend. Tricks we love into thinking you took the time to write a reply when you didn't. They look so dumb right now. This is friendship. Gemini Live with camera and screen sharing is now available for everyone, which is cool, while AI mode is getting a wider rollout to infect more search queries in the US only. That's good. Keep it contained. A beta for real-time speech translation is available in Google Meet, and developers are getting new coding agents and tools, including Jules, Stitch, and the very literally named Gemini Code Assist. It didn't get a nickname. Not cool enough yet. Google also updated the Gemini API and SDK with support for Anthropic's Model Context Protocol, which is catching on as a kind of USB-C of AI, allowing models and systems to speak politely with each other, helping Google's AI Ultra exclusive Project Mariner computer use agent use computers, which it needs to do. Now, for the coming later stuff. When Mariner is less experimental, it'll roll out more widely in the Gemini app as agent mode. Not to be confused, AI mode, search, which will be updated with a lighter version of deep research called Deep Search, and also with Search Live, which is just Gemini Live, but in search. I swear they are trying to annoy us. But look, let's not let them, okay? Because there are a couple actually cool things shown off. Google's hyper-realistic video call tech that makes you feel like you're in the same room as the other person, known as Project Starline, is now Google Beam and will be rolling out in some form later this year. And also, Google confirmed they're working on an enhanced desktop mode in Android 16, which still makes me happy despite Android desktop modes never really working. But it might work for us. Just like this one. UPDF, the PDF editor that's 1/6 the cost of Adobe Acrobat and gets you lifetime access and unlimited upgrades. I mean, that sounds pretty great by itself. Do I have to keep going? I might as well tell you that UPDF can edit text, images, and URLs effortlessly with 13 markup tools and more than 100 annotations at the link in the description. All right, you're not quite caught up on everything yet. There's still the quick bits. Just hold on. At their Build Dev conference, Microsoft also announced a whack ton of stuff, but thankfully, most of it is too niche, and I could safely skip some. One-sixth the cost of Adobe at the link in the description. All right, you're not quite caught up on everything yet. There's still the quick bits. Just hold on. At their Build Dev conference, Microsoft also announced a whack ton of stuff, but thankfully, most of it is too niche, and I could safely skip. Welcome back to the tech news show you watch instead of Googling stuff, I guess.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. I'm feeling really out of it over the past few weeks. I've just bitten off more than I can chew. So I'm going to be reading from notes as I do this video. I just didn't have it in me to like have all my points in my head like I usually do to have that kind of stream of consciousness video. So today what I wanted to do is I wanted to follow up on the video I did on Ross Scott and the campaign to stop killing games. For those of you who are not familiar with it, I did a video about 6 months ago on Ubisoft. It was an executive at Ubisoft that said people should become comfortable not owning games. Think about this given my stance about right to repair and ownership. Anyway, moving on, the reason that this pissed a lot of people off is because Ubisoft is a perfect example of why this is a problem. There's a game called Crew. This game is playable online when you connect to the server, but it also has a campaign mode and has single-player modes that are considerably usable, viable. There are people out there that like the single-player mode, and after Ubisoft decided to shut down the server, this single-player mode was no longer able to work. And this aggravated a lot of people that paid for the game. This game was not advertised as a service. There are games that are advertised as a service, but this was advertised as a game that you purchased, that you bought and paid for. And again, the meaning of the word purchase in America used to mean something with regard to ownership. I bought a game, and I have a copy of the game, you know, I kind of figure like I can keep playing that game in single-player mode without having to switch to your server. So this pissed a lot of people off, including Mr. Ross Scott, who decided to try and push an initiative called Stop Killing Games. And you can read about it here. You can read all the specifics of it. This is an EU initiative here. This is not a bill. This is not even a draft bill or a law. This is the EU's version of we've written down something for consideration. Let's see if we can turn it into something good. Now, there's a person who really dug into this with a lot of criticism, and he's quite popular on YouTube. Mr. Pirate Software over here, name's Thor. And from 10 hours and 24 minutes to 10 hours and 41 minutes in this particular video, he goes over everything that he believes is functionally wrong and useless with this campaign from the perspective of a video game developer. And a lot of people have been just shitting on him in the comments relentlessly, and I've had a lot of people email me shitting on him as well, and I don't think that that's really appropriate. I'm going to explain why. There was a class that I took recently where we had to go over some literature and some kind of poems and stuff like that. And I chose this one poem by Emmanuel Xavier. The work that I discussed really didn't consider any of the reasons that these problems occur. They didn't consider any of the shades of gray, any of the reasons that people may come to these decisions. It's just like you either agree with this or you're unreasonable. And I don't really like that. It's one thing to be bombastic when you're discussing something that aggravates you like I am in these videos, but when you are talking about legislation, you really do need to dig into the details, and you have to understand why things are the way you are before you try to go into the world. When I'm discussing legislation about whether it's John Deere, wheelchair stuff, or right to repair in my field, I really do try to engage with the other party and try to figure out what their concerns are. What bothers me when it comes to stuff like Apple is they won't tell me what their real concerns are. They have this copy-pasted nonsense from lobbyists that is just, in my opinion, made up bullshit. But here you're actually hearing these criticisms from the perspective of a video game developer that's, whether you like it or not, is actually trying to engage in good faith. So just randomly shitting on this guy, I really think that that's a crappy thing to do, and I don't think it's appropriate. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to try and go through his criticism, give some of my opinion on it, try to figure out how this could manifest in the real world, and then just go over some of my thoughts on it. So if I'm understanding it right, and feel free to correct me if I'm not, Mr. Thor, he believes that the initiative is too vague, and it needs to be specific to single-player games that don't require a server for support. He's arguing that this would burden video game developers, so you would have to design games with this initiative in mind, so they are going to have to be playable, even when the manufacturer, I'm so used to dealing with right to repair, when the publisher and developer don't have the server. The third is that there's some code that cannot be provided to customers because you can have licensing agreements on particular code where it's only available to the game developer, but they're not licensing the ability to give it to you. He feels that politicians don't understand video gaming. They're going to mess it up. And, yeah. I understand that one, whether it's politicians or industry lobbyists, they are kind of clueless, and I'll give you some examples later. And he states that retroactively applying this to all games would be a disaster. The law should not be retroactive. This is reasonable. To just completely shit on this guy, in my opinion, is not the way to get things done. You're also not going to get buy-in from people in the industry. And even if people in the industry don't particularly agree with you, you would rather at least kind of try and meet them in some way where instead they'll say, listen, I don't like this, versus I will dedicate my life to ensuring that this doesn't pass. Initiatives, they're not draft bills. So in the United States, like we'll have an idea, you'll have a draft bill. With right to repair, there are bills from 2015 that were not passed until 2022 or 2023. There's literally 6 to 8 years of amendments that will go on before anything is passed, and that often requires input from all of the parties that will be affected by it. This over here is not even a draft bill. This is an initiative. So this is like going to McDonald's, and I don't understand. I'm going to use ketchup on a napkin to draft out an idea. So I can understand why somebody would be concerned, but it's essentially written on a napkin. A lot of this stuff is stuff that will be changed with time. Even if the stakeholders of this don't want to change, it's going to get changed with time. This is written on a napkin. There's no real genuine legalese here. He does quote from different articles, and we're going to go over some of those articles later. But again, this is not a law. Secondly, this initiative is not going to require games to be updated retroactively. When a right to repair bill passes, they don't have to go back through all the hardware from 1990 through 2023 and make parts and schematics and diagrams available, because that would be fairly unreasonable. What it usually means is not only does it not apply retroactively, it also applies in the future. So a bill that's passed in 2022 may say in it, this does not apply to anything created before May of 2024. So not only are they not going to require that this particular piece of legislation apply retroactively to everything, it also usually doesn't even apply until a date far into the future. The EU may do things a little bit differently, but from what I've seen, they have a date into the future, even in the EU, as to when it is they are going to apply. So I could completely understand a video game developer saying, do I really have to go back and patch code from 2004 for this? The amount of resources that may take a smaller studio or a smaller developer, that really is the type of thing that will be burdensome on them. It will be burdensome on a large company, but they pay for it. It's a small company. It's not going to apply in that case. Now when it comes to live service games, there is this thing with advertising. If you're advertising a game as $5 a month, you are paying for this game as a service. You're paying $5 a month for the game. It runs on our server. We can shut this down at any given point in time, and once we shut it down, we will no longer charge you money. That's an honest transaction right there. And even if I don't like that model very much, I can respect the truth in advertising that exists here. The problem that I have is with a different type of live service game, where it is not sold as a live service game. It's sold as a game that you purchase. Something like The Crew, from what I see, and to be clear, I'm kind of ignorant here because I'm not really into the whole live service game thing, it doesn't look like this was sold as a live service game. It was sold in a manner where I, as a consumer who's not really hyper into the modern gaming community, would imagine that what I was purchasing was a game that I can continue to play single player without ever having to think about Ubisoft shutting down something into the future. If I bought that game, I would expect that I could continue playing it. So for me, it's not even necessarily about single player versus multiplayer, it's about how it was sold. If you sold the game as a purchase, that's different than you selling a rent leased service where it's $5 a month. I know at the end of the month I have to pay. If I don't pay at the end of the month, I don't get the game. And if you shut down the server, which you're allowed to do at any given time, I will not be billed anymore. There's a difference in the honesty there. And I think a lot of the problem that consumers have is not necessarily the concept of live service games versus games that are fully local. I think the problem that a lot of consumers have is the complete lack of honesty in the way that this is sold, which is something that does need to be addressed. When it comes to licensing agreement, there's certain software that Thor mentioned that he may not even have a license to allow you to have. The license that he gets from whoever he's getting the code from, or the rights. I told you guys I was out of it. The rights to the trademarks for. This may be a license that he has as a dev, or he has, but he can't give that to you. So again, I'm just going to pull an example out of my ass here. Let's say you have a racing game. I don't know, like something like The Crew. I'm not saying that this game is done this way. I'm just trying to give you a hypothetical now. Let's say you have a game like this, and let's say that the physics for the car driving was not developed by Ubisoft. They got that code from someone else. That code may be code that they have a license to use for a certain period of time, but that may be code that they're not allowed to give you a license to permanently. So let's say they have a license to have that code for about 5 years. And let's also apply to something like a logo. Let's say they have a Ferrari in there, and they have a specific car, but they have to license the ability to have that within to use their trademarks. That license may be for 5 years. Now, if that license ends and they stop paying after 5 years, that means that you can't have access to it either, because they only paid for a temporary license. But you have that game to purchase, which means they need a way to disable access to you. Now, the problem that I would have in that case is that they should advertise that this game is not going to work in 5 years because of a license that we have on the code, or a license that we have on the logos, a license we have on the material in that game. That's never really put out there. Now, one of the arguments to be made here is that the manufacturer of the game, the developer of the game, may want to renew that license after 5 years if the game is still doing well. So if the game is not doing well, they shut off the server. But if the game is selling like hotcakes, they may decide that they want to renew that license. So they don't really want to pigeonhole themselves into a box by putting in the advertising materials, this game will not work on this date in 2028. Because if the game is still selling, they may want to continue having it work. And I understand that idea that the manufacturer wants to have that freedom into the future. However, So do the people who bought the fucking game. If I bought this game, I don't really care about your licensing agreements for the code. I don't care about your licensing agreements for any of this stuff, because back in the day, we didn't have to care. When you bought a game like Gran Turismo 2 on your PlayStation 1, you didn't have to worry about any of this. And there was no worry about licensing. All the cars in that game, a lot of them were real cars. Whatever licensing they worked out with any of the manufacturers of those cars, whatever license it was a license where I could continue to play Gran Turismo 2 today in my PlayStation. Either A, the code they used for the physics, I don't know what they did. Either A, they bought a right to use the code and to have you to have a lifetime ability to use that code in that particular game. Or B, they wrote the code for that themselves. Whatever it is, somehow, some way, back in the day, this was not an issue. And if the issue right now is that the licensing agreements for code or the licensing agreements for trademark, copyright, anything going into the game are such that you literally have to disable the game, even if it is capable of being run locally in single-player mode, a law like this would throw a wrench into the works, yet I would argue that that's a wrench that needs to be thrown at some point. Because if the people licensing this code, or if the people licensing these trademarks are doing it in such a way that they're literally handcuffing the developers to the point where they couldn't even give you a server binary if you wanted it, that's a serious problem. Because this is something that I've really thought about for a while. You know, why not just give the users the server binary? Well, they may literally not legally be allowed. The developers may be handcuffed as a result of their arrangements with the people that they license the code, or the trademarks, the copyright for whatever's in the game from. And if that's the case, if a law like this were passed, I imagine that would be kind of I hope, to be clear, I'm not going to say it would be, I hope there will be a negotiating stick for the developers and the publishers to say to the people that they're licensing the stuff from, hey man, these licensing agreements don't work anymore. I can't sell my game to hundreds of millions of people. I can't even offer this to them if you're going to do this. And at that point, I imagine that it would result in some sort of different negotiating style. Now, let's go down the whole rabbit hole of server binaries. One of the things that I would think, as somebody who's ignorant of all this, is if the game requires a server to run, why not just give them an EXE? I would think you should just give me the EXE for the server binary. If it runs on Spark, if it runs on a Pentium 1, if it runs on some random shit that you made, whatever it is, you would technically be in compliance with the law as long as you provided the server binary that allows somebody to spin up a server in their house. All you would have to modify in the game, in this hypothetical case, I imagine, would be have a little fill-in box where you would change the address of the server that was hard-coded into the game with the address of your server. What this does not take into account, which is very important, is that most modern infrastructure, it's going to connect to buckets somewhere else. It's going to connect to containers and storage all on databases that are somewhere else. So even if you were to give somebody the executable of the server, it wouldn't necessarily work because the game developer or the game publisher is still paying AWS. They're still paying for this bucket. They're still paying for this storage. They're still paying for this Snowflake database, whatever the hell else they're using. You know, I'm not a game developer, but you get the point here.
Yeah, let's get in the chopper, mate. Come on, full blown, let's go. We're on a mission. We gotta go to Sheriff Fame. We gotta these guys in the air. I'm on my way to put some in your mouth. I'm gonna grab your and I'm gonna twist it. And I'm gonna have to come out. We're gonna have and we're gonna have some white diarrhea. Get your sexy in Discord right now, you. Hello, is there anybody here?
Hey, man. Hey, do you want to talk? I want to talk.
Shut
up! Oh my god,
up!
is that a girl?
I'm trying to game!
Is that a girl?
Is anybody here? Wait, is there actually people
I
here?
didn't do anything to deserve it.
100%. 100 trillion %.
If you kill me,
talking
I'm
again.
gonna cry.
I hear 2 kids, and then I hear 2 kids.
Don't kill me a kid, I will cry. Wow.
I'm coming to shove my SMG up your fucking ass. Where are you? I see you. I see you,
I can do it. Wait, are you ready? Yeah, was that good?
Looking at the loot on the ground, with my fucking pants down. Oh my.
You don't have pants
Wait,
on.
can I
How are
see?
they getting caught with the pants down?
Yeah, was that good?
Looking at the loot on the ground, got caught with my fucking pants down.
Wrong person.
Don't get your balls. Sniff me.
Oh,
That's just a
yeah.
bathroom over here.
I like that. Thank you.
It's
What are you gonna do for it?
You don't want it? You don't want it?
How am I the only motherfucker that died?
Bro, I'm just trying to get homosexual. What was that about, huh?
Coming out, you little pussy bitch. I'm gonna get a spoon and fucking scoop your mom's pussy with it and eat it. Where are you? I'm gonna be your stepmom now. Huh? Come on, where are you? You've been a bad boy. You grounded. Come here.
Where are you, young one?
Yo, he dipped. He dipped.
He really did dip. Wait, there's someone right
This
here.
is why I like Bordy more than you, Cruz.
Hi, baby. Ah, there's fire.
Wait.
What is happening?
I need help.
Who am
I
I?
need help.
Where
need
am
help.
I? Maz, I don't know what's going on, man.
Grab
Okay,
me, grab me,
I'm
please.
touching you.
Oh my god, I've been touched by a woman.
He jumped off the roof.
Oh,
Too far back there sniping. Yo, look me where
Daddy,
you're at, bro.
hey, yo.
That's
Daddy,
at the gas
daddy.
station. Bordy.
did you
Yeah,
like the
great.
Snapchat of me on the toilet?
Bordy, you said... Can I even describe? You said... Bordy...
You sent him a picture of your shit that you took?
No. Bordy was like, it was just her face, right? And she was singing, and I'm like, oh, this is an innocent video, right?
Princess.
And no. And then she like has it in front of her face, extends her arm fully, and pans up. And I just see her panties around her thighs, and she's taking a dump. I'm like, Bordy, if you had the wrong angle, like, I would have seen cooch.
I'm like your Tamagotchi, Maz. You gotta look after me.
You gotta give her water.
I'm your virtual
Nice.
Tamagotchi. You have to watch me do my lively things.
I'm like, what? I was just ranking up COD guns, and I look at my Snapchat. I'm like, oh, cool, Bordy. And I'm like, oh, she's in the shower.
Hey, get down here. Can you pick me up? I want to come for a ride. Drop the helicopter. I want to jump in. Come back. Come back.
Helicopter.
I regret my life decisions, dude.
Love you, my friend.
Bordy, I'm fine with being your friend, but why are you sending me these things?
Why don't you love me? Why am I not beautiful to you?
Because you sent me feet pics.
Yeah, let's get in the fucking chopper, mate. Come on, full blown, let's go. We're on a fucking mission. We gotta go to Sheriff Fame. We gotta fuck these guys in the ass. I'm on my way to put some shit in your mouth. I'm gonna grab your dick and I'm gonna twist it. And I'm gonna have two juices come out. We're gonna have shit and we're gonna have some white diarrhea. White diarrhea. White diarrhea. White diarrhea. White diarrhea. He's in this chopper. I'm gonna crash into him and make us both die. Hey, get down here! Ah! I'm so confused. I've been knocked out. Well, howdy there, stranger.
Yo, shut up. I'm not your friend.
I'm gonna use my lasso and catch your thick dick. Let's go, cowboy. Let's kill these guys.
Who are you guys even talking to? Because I just won a 1v3. What is happening?
I got you, cowboy. I found him. I found him. I'm gonna whack the shit out of him.
Complete opposite side of you, bro. You're in the middle. Middle.
Oh shit.
I feel like if we just left Bordy and Cruz in our room, you guys would have your own content.
Can you just exit Discord real quick so we can have a one-on-one?
But the girls are all here already.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay muted. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy your
Yeah,
thing.
just deafen yourselves, please. We'll have to.
Stupid fucking piece of. Where's this question?
She's gonna say slur. She's gonna say slur.
Oh my god.
They're so hard to find, dude. It's like trying to find Rex penis.
Was it another one?
Highway. I'm
Oh, I
gonna
can just keep getting my
ride your
load ups.
dad's stick all night long. Your mom's coming my way. I'm gonna scissor her all night long.
That's my girl.
Give me, yeah.
Right next to us, Frosty.
Grandpa, is that
No,
you?
Grandpa. No,
I thought you died.
Wait,
No,
guys.
chill out, God. I need some
cracked.
fucking
It's
taco
cracked.
car.
Oh god, I can't. I fucking
Grandpa, coming, baby.
I downed him.
People underneath
Get him.
us.
Finish him, Morty.
There's another one here, though. Got him.
Oh, on me.
Lit.
No, you're lit. Oh wait, Daddy's chill.
No, let's go.
Oh my god.
Oh, help me. I have no ammo. Fuck.
I got you.
Yes.
I'm coming, baby.
Thank you. on me. Two of them.
Knock one, knock both.
Yeah, careful. There's more. Oh, fuck. Oh, behind. Other shit.
Damn it.
Oh, no. Oh, bad.
Give me.
Ryan. I gotta love the loot system. Oh, you're masking us fucking great, dude.
You got this.
Oh, he's
Unlucky.
nice try. That was unfortunate. I will.
I'm collecting chicken.
Are you? I'm gonna collect this chicken. Come back here, chicken.
I got 2.
I got 1. Wait, no, he doesn't. Where's mine? I'm killing the chicken.
No!
Okay. You're fine. I'm gonna flashbang him.
Okay, I'm gonna flashbang him. Don't throw it at them, it'll kill him. My Blackhawk! I need to make my profile like super private. I need to clear all my previous names. Go
Shit's
full
out of there.
Cognigo. Is that what it's? Did I say that?
Cognito. You got really close.
Alright, try and make some Aussie friends. Let's see it more.
Alright. I love Kanye. Woo!
He's alright.
Jim's Mullets.
Sounds
Is
like a
Jim's
mullet.
Mullets like a new franchise of the Jim's company?
Oh, it's an old one. Jim's Circumcisions.
Oh shit, do you guys have like a van and just rock up to kids' houses? Wait, no. What's the process like?
You see
Snip,
now.
a little off the top. Like a haircut.
What do you think public sounding 480p sounds like?
Oh, public sounding 480p.
Yeah, do you reckon it would be just like a bunch of
Well,
people
okay.
talking?
Yeah,
and then,
100%. It's yeah. If I had the original copy of The Matrix from the beginning, and I went to the street scene where everybody was just chit chatting, 100% would sound like that.
Hey, public sounding, what does that sound like?
I don't know if my mic is good enough to pick it up.
No, we can hear you.
That sounded perfect.
Yeah.
That's what 4D sounds like. Like, what the fuck? You gotta protect me. You get
Okay.
called a good girl.
Okay,
I'll get close to my mic.
are you still alive?
I'm still alive. I'm not alive anymore.
You died from our teammate!
Alright, get a kill and I'll still do it.
Okay.
Oh!
I got killed, does that still count?
You're a mid girl.
I don't want to be a mid girl. Do you think I could be a gym?
I think you could be an amethyst.
Okay, not what I meant.
Is that a gym?
No, I said a gym. Are there females in the gym industry? Is there a girl section? Am I just not hired? Can I just not join?
If you're a dude and you wear lipstick, then you can be hired.
It's okay, I'll make a new industry called Kim's Mullets. I'll hire all the ladies.
Do they know what to do when the engine light comes on?
Absolutely not. Did you know that you can rotate your penis 360 degrees when it's soft?
The fact that you know that too now because you tested the theory is insane. I can't get that out of my
Vaginas
Honestly, that's
don't
real
do
gentleman
anything
shit.
cool. The only cool
No,
thing
you
it
just
does
look
is clean itself.
Yeah, I know. It blows out like it's sad.
I can't even queef on demand, bro. I'm a useless
You
woman.
can't. I had a girlfriend that actually, she was like, hey, honey, guess what I can do? It was like 6 months in because I farted in front of her and it was like the breaking moment. She's like, well, you can do that. Now watch this. She like scrunched over inhumanely, by the way, like a shell, and then went, huh. And then I saw her tummy flex, and then it went. I was like, what the fuck did you die for 3 seconds? What was that noise that came? Never ever.
Fuck, Maury. Is
I
that
know.
why you broke up
It's
with
Florida
her?
women. No, she cheated on me, but that's besides the point.
Okay. What the fuck?
Get him, donkey.
He's cheating. Oh.
You reckon? Pick up the hostage.
Yeah, he's cheating. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no fucking way we're gonna cheat a first game, bro. Fuck this. Alright, there's only one way to beat cheaters. Smokes.
Nah, because he's using spinball. What are you talking about?
I didn't buy enough. I didn't. You know, it's fine. We're gonna kill the cheater. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. He can't kill us all at once.
I think they can.
No. If we all push at once, like, we're gonna be fine.
No.
Are they all cheating? My name's Woody, I'm 27 and I like to play CSGO on Friday nights and not first hackers, but here we are. Let's all run together as a group. Cuddle up, cuddle up, cuddle up. We got one! Let's go! You know what? I hope they're having fun. Maybe they're laughing and giggling over there and be like, oh my god, ha 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 ha. Maybe it's his job. Maybe he's trying to promote the hacks to make a living. Maybe he has children he has to feed.
Like, you can't even see.
Well, you know what, guys? It was really nice playing with you. Let's make this our finale.
Morty, add us back. I'm gonna get the link off there.
What link?
The good one.
The feed?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, no worries. I got 1 kill! I've never unboxed gloves before.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a knife.
Oh, I've unboxed a few knives, but I've never unboxed.
When I was younger, I used to eat sand on the beach, but after being yelled at and told to stop eating it, I longed for an excuse to shovel more sand down my throat. Little did I know that the sand would instead consume my life. And it all started when 5 players erupted through the walls of my claim. Around my claim chest, the core of my claim, was red sand stacked 30 blocks high, which clearly wasn't enough to save the crater my base was reduced to. However, it managed to annoy and stall out those pesky raiders long enough for me to return and kill the stragglers. So what if instead of eating all the sand, I placed a ludicrous amount of it to protect my base? Then I never have to worry about being raided again, and it all began with a few innocent sand blocks.
I love placing sand back and forth like this.
Actually, or are you,
No. Are all the clickers vanable on here?
No. Not if you use them like this.
This place is way too fast. Oh my god. Oh my good lord, bro. Yeah, this auto-click ain't. Oh, I got kicked.
Didn't too many packets.
Yeah. Throttling my connection. What the f? I'm hearing music now. What's going on?
Oh no. Too much for your computer to process.
Wait, can't we just make pistons place all the sand for us?
How? Maybe you're cooking. Oh, wait. wait, this is a cook. Oh, it's actually spilling. It's spilling.
This is how we put sand now. The peak laziness.
Peak laziness.
Oh, there it is.
There we go, that's the push limit. Hang on, wait, we can get even lazier. The idea is that we can have it trickle down. So we can have the next piston pre-placed over here. But it's like a layer lower.
Bro.
So it falls onto the next piston. You can make it ring around the entire base with pistons and then fill that entire area.
We could do that for the top layer.
Yeah, when we do it for the top, that will be it. And then you have the redstone clock powering a dropper that drops you a sand each time you fill the chest.
Yeah, we fill like 4 double chests of sand there.
What is this?
Imagine people being on the surface and listening to that shit.
It had not even been 5 minutes of placing sand, and already we have come up with innovative technology to make the process easier. But if I wish for maximum sand efficiency and laziness in my sand placing, I need to set up a piston conveyor belt like Willerhide had just described. So to truly put the sand idea to the test, I need to make this wall much taller. Now that I had a large perimeter mined out around our base, I set up the first iteration of the sand conveyor. Honestly, this thing was a hunk of junk. It was worse than the used state in my first car, and that thing had 200,000 miles on it. But even so, despite its inherent flaws and occasional jamming up, this machine would help erect the very sand wall that would keep me safe. So I set up a spot for me to AFK place the sand wall, where I set up a dropper to constantly supply me with sand. And after filling up all the chests attached to it, I got into position and turned on my auto clicker. However, for whatever reason, the machine began to work much slower. Why does it feel like it's slowed down?
Look, it needs to be like synced properly. It's weird.
I see why it's up.
What?
It's because it's dropping on these pistons and I get stuck on top of it for a split second, which slows this one down. Like this sand, when it falls down here, sometimes it'll get stuck there for a second.
That's what I was saying. What if we did this? That might work. Hang on. I think this will work better though. Like this observer redstone combo.
Yeah, it probably will.
Because this other one, the clocks are getting unsynchronized and then like half the time it's breaking the sand.
I mean, if you want to set that up on every single one of them then.
Yeah.
Sand was briefly getting stuck on top of the pistons, which caused the conveyor to slow down in speed substantially. The slow pace of the sand placing didn't have a solution. It was just one of the downsides of AFK placing sand. This new design, however, will prevent sand from potentially breaking on top of an extended piston, as the piston will only push once one piece of sand falls. We then implemented this newfound logic into the AFK station, making it so only one piece of sand would shoot out from the dropper for every one piece of sand placed, allowing for the sand wall to be fully completed overnight without any further issues. But I needed more. Why stop at one sand wall when I could have two? Why remain satisfied with 2 sand walls when I could have 3? With even more delicious sand walls surrounding my base, the odds of getting raided would essentially be 0. However, each block of sand going into that wall would cost me 5 coins, quickly bringing me into crippling debt, and I could resolve my debt through making a cow farm. Through their noble sacrifice and suffering for the cause, I'd be able to sell off their leather and meat, acquiring the wealth needed to continue making sand walls. It's cow farming time. We're gonna put this cow farm like right here. I'm gonna mine out this whole area for it. Yo, I may have mined some things.
What do you mean? What are you doing? Wait, why are you mining out the deep slate again? I thought we were gonna mine the stone.
Well, no, we were gonna go upwards to the cactus farm. This isn't the cactus farm.
What is this? Have you lost it? What is this? Hang on. Let me study this. Let me try to figure out what this is. What? I don't get it.
Fully automatic cow farm with item sorters and everything. Auto smelter.
Why?
I don't know, money.
How does that make money?
Clearly, my good pal Willerhide here did not believe in my genius. So I just had to prove to him that this invention built on blood would fund all of our sand placing needs. That was at least until issues began to arise. This carpet duper doesn't seem to work.
Yeah, they might not work. I don't know. We're gonna need a fuel source for the cactus farm too. Like we gotta think about something that's gonna be like
bamboo.
Bamboo, you're right.
Which is 1 bamboo burn?
I think it's 4 bamboo for 1 item. But if we just have a constant flow of bamboo, then it should work for our purposes.
This farm's gonna be a little bit smaller because we don't have the space to make it.
It's really hard to tell what direction those observers are facing. Is the arrow pointing to where the output's going or where the observer's facing?
Brain hurts just for making a simple farm.
Okay. My bad.
I couldn't make a bamboo farm.
Yo, bro. Okay, yeah, you just need to mine it out, then put the bamboo on top, and then it pushes it off, and it's like on the ground, and it's like, yeah, bamboo. I love bamboo.
Oh, it'll be fun. Yeah,
it was
bamboo.
great.
Block, man.
Yeah, I hate it. Bro, it's the worst freaking farmable block in the game.
I may have been struggling when it came to bamboo farming, but to be fair, my hands were purely for placing sand, not stroking bamboo. I then proceeded to spend an entire hour setting up the farm, only for it to produce nowhere near enough bamboo to supply the cow farm. Dude, this bamboo is nowhere near enough. The simple solution for this problem would be to expand the bamboo farm. So I didn't do that and instead tore down the entire cow farm and redesigned it, only for it to produce virtually no coins.
Each cow sells for 2.9. So in theory, with 100 spawners, we make... Oh, that's really disappointing.
How low is this saying?
With the 100 spawners, we'd make 2,000 an hour.
What?
Yeah.
How much does a sack of steak sell for? 1.2, 64. Oh, wait, maybe it is. Now I'm kind of just sad. What the fuck are we doing with our time?
We could have had the cactus farm done by now, subs.
Passive income.
That's what you said when we started this.
I originally thought it would only take an hour to build, I'm gonna be honest. I spent my entire day farming these pathetically useless cows and they'll only be worth a Big Mac and fries without the drink. Disappointed was an understatement. Without those coins, I couldn't afford the sand I so dearly wished to place. So it was time for plan B. Trap Willerhide in the White Rooms, forcing him to build me a cactus farm, and if he refused as well... Willerhide, I have your family held up. If you ever wish to see them again, you'd better build me that cactus farm and fund my... Sorry, I don't know what came over me there. Anyways, that cactus farm would take time to complete, meaning I still had no source of income. And at this point, I was having sand placing withdrawals. So after mining out the area for the second sand wall, I had an amazing idea. What if I exploited my young and impressionable audience for their coins? Maybe if I ask in chat for money, people will pay me. What do you think?
Maybe. I think so. Maybe a little bit.
Yo, guys, broke and only have 3k coins. Please send me money, :3. That's gonna work, right? 1 coin, let's go. 8,000. Yes. More sand. 7,000 coins. It's working. I'm a genius. It needs to work when you can just beg in the chat. Holy, this guy gave me 30k. What the? They're single-handedly funding our base defense. All I have to do is thank them and they give me more money. They keep paying me, bro. They won't stop. Found an infinite money glitch.
Infinite money glitch. Yo.
All those generous donations allowed me to acquire the needed sand to begin AFKing overnight. Though, now I'm going to ask you to generously subscribe. Do it for the sand. Alright, I've just finished AFKing all this sand. It's a little bit backed up there, as you can see. So, what I need to do now is just kind of place sand, fill out everything that's been missed. So, I just need to basically fill up the rest of the sand wall because, as you can see, it goes downwards. And then once this is filled in, we're actually going to go, now that we have this phase 5 artifact, I'm going to dig both of these sand walls down to bedrock, which is probably going to take a little while. And then I also need to fill it all the way in with sand down to bedrock so that we have all the way to the surface of bedrock with sand, which is going to be a very long and tedious process, I'm sure. Last 2 sand blocks, pop, pop. The first outer wall is done. And yes, I say first because I'll be building another one at some point, maybe later today. But right now, I've only got 20k coins, and in order to actually do more sand walls, I'm gonna need money. And I don't really feel like asking people for money again, though it was funny. If I wanted to drop the first 2 sand walls to bedrock and eventually add a third one, I definitely need some more coins. Overnight, Willer had managed to complete the first cell of the cactus farm and rigged it up to an XP bank. Meaning at the moment, no cactus are being collected for coins. So instead of waiting on the cactus farm, I grabbed my Invis potions and headed over to the nearest point of interest, because these structures contain tons of valuable items I can sell for coins. Here we are, 4 minutes left to the Invis. I don't see any names. This is the time I like to come here. I don't know why, but like nobody really comes to the jungle POI. Let's blast them real quick. Honestly, for me having shirt 5, it was more difficult than I thought it would be. I know that guy would die so much easier than that. You actually don't get a bad amount of emeralds here, to be honest. And just go somewhere. See him. That kind of loaded, honestly. Skeleton spawner, zombie spawner. Don't want the team too anymore though. Honestly, not bad. I can sell these spawners, maybe. It was right here in front of me. Right there, yeah. I was like, where do you go? And he's just standing still in front of me. 1 axe crit and he just explodes. And that's my cue to leave. I'd say that's a pretty good haul, though. 3 kills, 2 spawners, 2 stacks of M's. Running the jungle POI left me with a hefty sum of cash. And once my spawners sold, I was rocking quite a bit more. With this newfound cash, I can now begin dropping both the inner and outer sand wall down to bedrock, as I mentioned earlier. Usually, this task can be awful due to how slow mining deep slate is. However, thanks to our allies, we had an artifact called Super Spelunker, which grants haste 5 in our claim. To prevent any confusion, artifacts are just items found in POIs that can be placed in your claim chest for buffs. Thanks to this artifact, in combination with my efficiency 6 pickaxe I had gotten on day 1, I would be able to instantly mine the deep slate, making dropping these sand walls down to bedrock a trivial task. Alright, the first moat is now finished, as you can see. This goes all the way down to bedrock. It's like this around the entire way. The next one's going to be a lot more annoying because it's not even 2 deep slate layer yet, meaning I have to mine down 60, whereas this one I think I only have to mine down like 36. So we're going to have to mine about double what I just mined, a little less than double. Mining out all that deep slate left my pickaxe in a rather unhealthy state, so I figured now was a perfect time to test out the experience bank.
Yo, yeah, what you should do is take the green dye out of the furnace.
Take all 64 out?
Yep.
It didn't mend, just gave me the levels straight up.
Do you have mending on that?
Oh, wait, no, it just bugs. Never mind. I had to
Oh, it was just that good.
It was just there was so much XP, it didn't process it.
So yeah, that's how you do it. You take XP out and then you right click the note block, and then what it does is it clears out all of the green dye below it.
The experience bank would be imperative for any future wall mining operations. However, at this current moment, it was just too inefficient to fully rely on until the cactus farm was finished. So for any future repairs, I'd have to manually mine Skulk. For now though, it was back to mining out the second sand wall. Okay, last time I was here, all of the Skulk wasn't mined out. I was coming here to mine Skulk, but like, that is interesting. Also, we don't talk about the ancient city down here. Somebody spawned in like 50 wardens, and it's, you just die if you go down there pretty much. The mine Skulk really shouldn't have been an issue, but deep down, I felt concerned for the safety of our base and the precious sand surrounding it. And as I began running back towards the base, I stumbled upon it.
Here, you do it now. You can see what we're working with.
Oh, that's actually low.
Yeah, it's probably just a deep slam. They're like at the bottom. Here, hang on. Do you see me?
You're like directly over.
Am I near it?
You're like on top of it.
Directly over. We can make a drill and just attack it. Yeah, we're going.
The higher tier drills like mine faster.
Yeah, much faster. And they have a lot more durability.
Can we actually get in from right here?
I don't know. I'm just finder.
It's going down.
We might need more drills. We're gonna have to turn left. You just have to tell us when we have to turn left.
I think after it breaks this block, you can turn it left.
Okay, I'll turn it left.
Yeah, it needs to go left now.
Okay.
One more.
Still not in.
Base, it's basically right there.
Okay, we're not in yet. Do I need to turn right?
There's a sugar, I can't, I think straight still.
Bro, that's one block. That's crazy. Okay, I can't wait to reset this guy back to 0. Boom. What?
It must be.
It's lower. This is a huge miscalculation. Yes, we're in. Oh wait, no, it's down here. Oh, here we are.
Oh, time just right here.
Bro, this is gonna take so long to drill. Oh my gosh, okay.
Oh yeah, I think diagonals apply here.
It's just exactly what we did, but now down here.
This base may not look like a threat, but in the future, due to its close proximity to our base, its claim could become a huge issue. So removing it now was in our best interest. Though we now needed to realign our drills and drill into the core of the base from bedrock. Are you turning it or keep going straight? Oh, I can see the climb chest from here. Go straight one more and then turn. How's the weather, man? Still nice?
Weather? Let me check.
Look away! Look what I see!
Hang on. I'm checking the weather. It looks incredibly nice outside.
It's going up 0.7 per tick.
Yes! It's gonna break.
What's going on with your mic?
Who? Mine?
Yeah.
What the f? Yeah, yours died all of a sudden.
It sounds like you're talking through like, you know, Lethal Company?
Hello?
There you go.
Right.
I'm just like showing up to a raid after the fact.
So you can break this and we'll just wait for red to,
all of this for a cow spawner.
Let's go!
I'm so excited. Okay.
Wait for red to loot. Yo, wait for red, man! What is wrong with you?
He's already going.
This guy's opening all the chests. Like, what's this guy's problem?
Going, bro. It is I'm here. Hello. I'm here to raid.
What do we got? Lots of
stuff.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, bro.
Y'all really hit the jackpot with this one, guys.
We're actually stacked now. What about these ones? Oh, 2 stacks of potatoes, man. I got it. I got the kill. In terms of loot, this base was not worth it at all. However, loot was not what we were after. We primarily wanted to remove our neighbors before they could potentially grow too strong. And after erasing all their progress, I couldn't help but feel this was a bad omen. So for the time being, I wanted to heavily refocus my attention on sand defenses. Find this out and then place all this sand.
You can expand the sand wall, the inner sand wall, and the outer, the outer one.
Yeah, they're both ready to bedrock, so I'm just gonna get the sand in there.
Did you drop the sand yet?
No. Wait, I could just drop it from the top and then fill it from above. Maybe that'll be easier.
No, I'm saying like you have to mine the blocks below the sand wall.
Yeah, I know. I haven't yet. But yeah, so I could just break them down and AFK at the surface.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. We'll be vulnerable for a little bit, but come on.
I'm dropping the outer sand wall. It's pretty satisfying to watch the sand fall.
Hang on, wait. Which one are you cracking open?
The outer one right now.
Which one? Oh, the outer. Okay, I was gonna say.
Let's see how far I've dropped the wall. Okay. Wall's looking a little bit rough. We'll fix her right up. Oh, there's a hole that goes straight into our base. Or maybe we should fix that one up a little bit quicker. Fill this in temporarily. Okay, there we go. Base secured. With both of the walls now fully dropped to bedrock, I now had to fill in the fresh holes with more sand, which meant I had to once again set up the conveyor and AFK station. But this time, AFKing the sand would be different.
I don't know. I don't feel good about this one.
Gotta lock in. Ready for this defense. Let's go.
Defense.
Our claim had been put into combat, which meant someone, somewhere, was trying to breach our sand walls and raid our base.
Yeah, we gotta find out what side they're raiding from. I don't even see anything.
Do you think they're going straight to the claim chest at the bottom?
Maybe they're going down. If you go down, I'll go up, I guess.
I don't see anything down here.
I'm looking up here.
Or hear anything.
Wait, it's not raid pinged anymore, is it?
It stopped, yeah. Might have just been tomfoolery, but I don't know.
I might slash stuck.
You want to slash stuck?
I kind of want to, yeah. Glowing. There he is on surface.
I see him, I saw him.
He's potted up, he's running.
You see him?
Yep, he's running, I know my cords up.
Wait, I'm on him.
You're on him? Where?
He's crouching to me.
Cords.
Negative 885, 1400. Bro, he's crouching to me, I'm cutting him out. I don't care, bro.
Yeah. He's
I don't have any cops on it,
but I think it's unavoidable.
I haven't gotten a 10
new cords?
1350, negative 900 pretty much.
Running 1350.
He has a faster portal cooldown than me, that's annoying. I think he's gone. Raider escaping wasn't the real issue here. The problem is our base was now on the radar of other teams, leaving us at a far greater risk of being raided than before. As I AFK'd the sand walls, I wondered if these two walls to bedrock, along with an additional third wall, would even be enough to protect me. If I didn't place enough sand, my entire base could be wiped out in the blink of an eye. That's when I had an idea. What if instead of having one thick sand walls, I instead combined them all and made a massive 6-block thick sand wall down to bedrock? With 6 blocks of sand between my base and potential raiders, the odds of getting raided would essentially be 0. So in a desperate attempt for more sand to supply the walls, I once again began begging for cash.
I gotta scroll through the names of the people donating, bro, so I can thank them and more people giving money.
I got another 10k. I'm up to 77k by now.
Don't kill subs, you get clout. Okay, no, this is backfiring. You see what I mean?
Whoa.
Do you see what I meant? We gotta have a lower profile. Alright, can you pay me like 10k so I don't look absolutely different?
Yeah, don't worry. Blitzy just gave me 10k.
Oh, sweet.
Exploiting my audience worked great for funding sand. These guys see the lifesteal rank and then immediately fill my pockets. Each generous donations were able to fund the next sand wall. However, when I woke up in the morning after AFKing all night, there was a clear problem. Alright, so I think something's wrong with the sand wall here. I'm pretty sure that this is out of my tick range, so whenever I place sand, or maybe it's not actually, because I think it's a bit of breaking. Let's try placing sand right here and see what happens. I want to see if it still breaks. Basically, I'm having a problem with the sand breaks right here, and as you can see, it doesn't look like it's breaking anymore, which means I think I'm out of tick range over here, which means I might need repeaters. We just send a redstone circuit back here, I think, like this. Wait, I'm a genius. Wait, I'm actually a genius, unironically. I was not a genius. Repeaters would have to be in my tick range to operate. If they were outside of it, they simply would not function similarly to the machine. So I just needed to verify if that was the issue. I need to replay mod this. What is going on right now? My brain hurts. Okay, let's see. What seems to be the problem here? What? Okay, well, long story short, I need ruler height here to actually be able to AFK. I can't AFK on my own. The conveyor was breaking due to the sand being pushed out of my tick range, causing it to destroy itself. This is most likely due to anti-lag features built into the server. This meant if I wanted to AFK walls overnight, I would now need ruler height to AFK on the other side of the sand wall to keep the entire conveyor loaded. Out of fear of our base's vulnerabilities being potentially exploited, I went ahead and manually filled the entirety of the inner and outer sand wall, but that wasn't enough for me. I needed to start combining these walls as soon as possible. So I wanted to stockpile on pickaxes for mining everything out. Luckily for me, the experience bank was now in a far more usable state. I'm about to make 9 pickaxes. I'm gonna break every single one of them too. Alright, so how many of these can I use?
10 furnaces are allowed. Don't use them all at once though. You like enchant a pick and then
44 levels. Bro, I literally got 4k XP.
Yeah, don't overkill it, because when we don't use them, we make more money, which we can use to make more sand.
1 pick. 9. With my freshly made pickaxes in hand, I can now finally begin to mine out the third sand wall.
Oh my gosh, I broke some of the freaking white concrete on the wall.
Oh.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
You can't dismantle the white room. Not allowed to escape.
Don't worry, I wasn't trying to escape. I like the white room.
Just felt well in here.
I understand liking a particular farm, but starting cold.
We should do that.
What?
Sand's called.
Sand?
Sand's called.
Oh my gosh.
Does the sand not speak to you, Willerhide? Do you not hear it?
It doesn't speak to me. The cactus speaks to me.
I don't know if we can be friends, Willerhide.
It's okay, we don't have to be friends. We'll just build a big wall separating the base into 2.
Another wall.
2 hours of mentally unstable conversations and mining later, the third wall had finally reached bedrock, leaving it in need of being filled with sand. But this time around, I wanted to try out a new method of filling. I also used the nick command to hide my name from people potentially passing by on the surface, and this happened. Nah, bro, I do not want this skin.
What are you?
I'm the fish from Fortnite, bruh.
No, no, no.
I'm the Fortnite fish, bro.
Nah.
Look at me, Willerhide. Look what the sand did to me.
What happened to you?
Look what the sand
You became
did to
red
me.
like the sand.
Look what it did to me, Willerhide.
You became a sandfish.
No.
You're no longer subs. You're sands.
Nah. That was awful. With that shenanigans aside, I want to try out my new idea for sand placing. Oh my god, hit the powered rails. We need to get moving. Hit those powered rails.
No.
There we go.
Get moving. Get moving.
This was the most big brain idea I've ever had. I'm actually placing pretty fast too, so.
You didn't tell me you were having fun. I want to have fun.
Yeah, I'm in a minecart going back and forth, bro.
I want to have fun.
Most fun I've ever had.
The sand coaster.
Next will be the cannons.
Sand cannons? Yo.
The sand coaster, the newest and most innovative addition to our sand placing arsenal. This machine works great for quickly filling in sand when I'm not AFK. As I was coastering one side of the third wall, Willerhide ended up sniping a Hermes artifact off the auction house for just 100k. The auction house is basically just a shop where players can sell their items. Bro, they must have meant to put a mill.
No way. No freaking way. Everything artifact costs more.
They must have f***ed it up.
What?
Those scams, that kid. The Hermes artifact was one of the rarest and most expensive artifacts in the game, allowing for you to fly once placed in your claim chest. And due to what was most likely a typo, we obtained this artifact for only 100k. With flight now obtained, getting things done around the base would be far easier than ever before. Flight even led to a new sand placing method by flying up and down placing sand. However, this method was extremely boring and tedious, resulting in me coastering the rest of that section of the third wall, so I could begin to set up the conveyors to AFK the rest.
Our base is like those, like what is it even comparable to? Constantinople. We're literally Rome, and they're like the barbarians.
We have the classic clans music too.
Dude, that would be crazy. I need that in my life.
After completing the conveyor, I AFK placed the sand all night, resulting in the third wall being finished, leaving me now with the task of the fourth, fifth, and sixth wall to finish merging all the sand together. Giving him the screenshot. Hold up, gamers. Why? Stop! Alright, so I think the machine flogged somewhere. Not sure how exactly. I'm guessing it's server lag, which happens sometimes. Well, that's Willerhide's not on the wall anymore, but I can't really see him, so I don't know. If Willow left the wall, I think it just breaks the machine too. And that's fine, I can just manual the rest of it.
Designating LDBR coordinates. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. soldier incoming.